Alright, hello internet denizens, and welcome to Freyja's Fanfiction Corner. Today we are doing another episode of My Immortal, because honestly, after reading through it, I had a lot of fun. I am doing this by myself again, because I don't really have anyone that can read with me at the moment, but I don't know when this is going up. Let's go. Chapter 13, A.N. Raven, thanks for gelping me again. I'm sorry, I took your poster of Gerard, but that guy is such a fucking sex bomb. Perhaps stop flembigging. I'm having an aneurysm, like reading all these fucking typos. Sorry. And I promise it is real laughter, I'm not just like faking it. Vampire and I ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared. Dumbledore! Dumbledore! We both yelled. Dumbledore came there. Oh, he came so hard. Just seeing you, just... What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs? He asked angrily. Voldemort has Draco! We shouted at the same time. I'll get back to the British accent later. He laughed in an evil voice. No! Don't! We need to save Draco! We begged. No, he said meanly. I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco. Not after he misbehaved in school, and especially with you, Ebony. He said, while he frowned looking at me. Besides, I never liked him that much anyway. And then he walked away. Vampire started crying. My Draco! He moaned. And don't you think gay guys are like so hot? I could go on a rant on how problematic it is that people just fetishize gay men. But I think honestly, this line enough is an argument for why it's a problem. Also, as a side note, that's very unprofessional of Dumbledore to just be like, yeah, I'm not gonna save this kid because I don't like him. I mean, it's just dumb. But this is also a very dumb story. It's okay, I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. You have an eye infection. Please get a doctor. Then he had a brainstorm. I had an idea, he exclaimed. What? I asked him. You'll see, he said. He took out his wand and did a spell, and then suddenly we were in Voldemort's lair, because it's like Voldemort, except for the O is like a P for some reason. Tell me you typed this on an iPhone. Wait, no, this is like typed before iPhones were like even a thing. Lemonade. I drank some lemonade. Okay. We ran in with our wands, and then we heard a croon voice say, Alakadabra! This has to be, like, not written genuinely. There's literally, no, this is definitely a joke fic. All things considered, I'm still gonna, like, criticize it, but this is definitely a joke fic. I don't know why I ever thought My Immortal might have been written, like, unironically. I mean, Jesus. It was Voldemort. Chapter 14. And fuck off of her reps, okay? Raven, thanks for helping me again. I'm sorry I couldn't update, but I was depressed, derp arrest, and had to go to the hospital cause I slipped my wrists. P.S. Not updating till you give me 10 god revows. Revoys. Warning, some of this chapter is extremely scray. Viewer excretion advised. Advised. Excretion? You gotta excrete my viewers? Am I gonna have to poop them out? Whatever. We ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was... Peter Pettigrew? I'm not sure if it was Peter Pettigrew. I don't remember, like, anything Harry Potter related. Aside from, like, a few, like, key details. Draco was there crying tears of blood. Snaketail was torturing him. Wormtail! Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail. Rid my sight, you despicable preps! He shouted. It is. We started shooting him with the gun, and then he then, with a capital T for some reason, suddenly looked at me, and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eyes. Quote, period, quote, he said. In this, he is 16 years old, so he is not a pedophile, okay? Huh? I asked. Ennaby, I love you. Will you have sex with me? Asked Snaketail. I started laughing crudely. What the fuck? You torture my boyfriend and you expect me to fuck you? God, you are so fucked up, you fucking bastard. I said angrily. Then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out like a fountain. No! He screamed. He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly. Snaketail, what art thou doing? Called Voldemort. Then he started coming. Oh my god! He has a girl fetish. We could hear his high heels clicking to us. Oh my god, Voldemort wears high heels. I have to draw this. I will edit a drawing of that in. Don't worry. Voldemort in heels. So we got our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room. Vampire went away. Then I started crying. What's wrong, honey? Asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw. Yes, after the traumatic experience of being tortured, I want to fuck. Yeah, no. Bad. He had a sex pack. Get it? 'Cause he's so sexy. Okay. That's a pun I would have made when I was 14. God, I hate it. And he had a really huge you-know-what and everything. Just say dick. Just say penis. It's so unfair, I yielded. So you paused. Okay, we'll pause for a second. Okay, pause done. Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls in the preps here except for Bloody Mary? Because, you know, she's not ugly or anything. Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like the preps anyway. They're such fucking sluts, answered Draco. Yeah, but everyone is in love with me. Like Snape and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hagrid says he's in love with me. Vampire likes me, and now even Snaketail is in love with me. Wormtail. I just want to be with you, Draco, okay? Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful? I shouted angrily. And don't worry, Ennaby is not a snob or anything, but a lot of people have told her she's pretty. I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? That's a fucking curse. I shouted and then ran away. My god. That was the best rant I think I've ever heard. Talk about first world problems, Queen. But you know what? I get it, because I relate. Why can't I be normal? Why can't I be less pretty? Like, oh my Jesus. I keep on saying that. I know Ennaby would be mad at me because I'm saying Jesus. Why couldn't have Satan made me less beautiful? Listen, even if you're a Satanist, you know that Satan did not fucking create the world. Yeah, even Satanists believe that God created the world and God created humans. It's just they worship Satan. I don't know. I don't know that much about Satanists, but I know that. Chapter 15. Again, stop flaming, okay? BTW, you suck from now on. Every time someone flames me, I'm gonna slip my wrists. Thanks to Raven for flipping. Okay. Emotional manipulating your audience. Great job. Ebony! Shouted Draco sadly. No, please, come back! But I was too mad. Whatever. Now you can go and have sex with Vampire, I shouted. I stormed to my room and closed a black door with my blood red key. It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. The key or the door? I'm gonna assume the door because that makes sense. He looked so sexy in a way that reminded me of Draco and Vampire. I started to cry and weep at the same time because crying and weeping are totally different things. I took a razor and started to slit my wrists. I drank the blood all depressed. Not how vampires work. I then looked at my black GC watch and noticed it was time to go to biology class. Herbology would be like the closest thing I think that like with Harry Potter, because like, do they have a biology class? Do they have like potions? Not really. Whatever. Ooh, outfit description time. I put on a short, ripped black gothic dress that said anarchy on the front and blood red letters in a rip, and was all ripped with a spiky belt. Under that, I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them with blood red letters. I hope those boots exist. I put my ebony black hair out. Does she mean that like it's down or that it's like up in a ponytail? Whatever. Anyway, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed as usual. I did some advanced biology work. I used turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. That's transfiguration. You're not in biology class. You're in transfiguration. That's an actual Harry Potter class because I remember it from like the only movie I like watched consistently. I really liked Prisoner of Azkaban when I was little, and that was it. I don't know why. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. Suddenly, the guitar art turned to Draco. That makes no fucking sense, even in a magic universe. Enemy, I love you! He shouted sadly. I do not care what those fucking preps and posers think. You're the most beautiful girl in the world. Before I met you, I used to want to commit suicide all the time. Now I just want to fucking be with you. I fucking love you. And then he started to sing the Chronicles of Life and Death, which we now consider our song, so we fell in love while Joel was singing it, right in front of the entire class. The singing makes it so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Gerard, Joel, Chester, and Marilyn Manson. Those are all, like, okay, I've listened to, for the sake of research, I listened to Good Charlotte, as I think I mentioned in the last episode, and, you know, I listened to MCR, and I listened to Linkin Park. Those singers all sound very different from Marilyn Manson, because I've heard, like, one Marilyn Manson song. They don't sound similar, like, that doesn't make sense. And don't you think those guys are so hot? If you do not, then who are? If you do not know who they are, then get the fuck out on here. I do know who they are, except for, I don't know who Pierre is. Whatever. I know who the rest of them are. And Gerard Way, in his heyday, was pretty hot. OMFG, I said after he was finished. Some fucking prep stared at us, so I stuck up my middle fingers. They were covered in black polish, and they were entwined with Dracos now. At them, I love you, I said, and then we started kissing just like Hilary Duff. I hate that bitch. And EMM in A Cinderella Story. Chad Michael Murray. I think that's what CMM stands for. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping about how hot and sexy we looked together. I saw a poster that saying the MCR would have a concert in Hogsmeade right then. We looked at each other all shocked, and then we went together. You say, oh, I hate Hilary Duff, but you watched A Cinderella Story? That is like a super not gothic movie. That's like incredibly like not gothic at all. You should have been like, and then we like held hands and went up to like this. You should have like compared each other to like Emily and Victor or Sally and Jack or the Phantom and Christine. Actually, if Phantom of the Opera is ever mentioned in this goddamn story, I'm gonna be so mad because I love Phantom of the Opera and I refuse to let anyone do Eric and Christine like that, or Raoul, and I'm not really the biggest Raoul fan. They all deserve better. Chapter 16. AM, you know what? Set up, okay? Prove me your nut preps. Raven, you suck, you fucking bitch. Give me back my fucking sweet. You're spiz to write this. Raven, what the fuck, you bitch? You're supposed to do this. BGW, thanks to Brittany5655 for teaching me Japanese. We happily ran to Hogsmeade. We saw the stage where GC played. We ran in happily. MCR were there and playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. Even Draco saw it though, and I could totally see him getting an erection, but it didn't matter because as I knew that we were the only true ones for each other. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and a black leather platinum boots and red ripped fishnets. I will say it again, a leather dress sounds super uncomfortable. It probably can look good, but it wouldn't look good on me, and it seems uncomfortable. I'll say it, yeah. Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR t-shirt and black baggy pants. Anyways, we started moshing to Helena. We Frenched. We ran and up to the front of the band and stage dived. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the others. Oh my god, this is such a fucking twist. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was Volsamore and the Death Dealers. That's actually a hilarious twist, and I love that. What the fuck, Draco? I'm not going to a concert with you, I shouted angrily. Not after what happened to me last time. Even if it's MCR, you know how much I lick them. What? Because he gadgeted uncomfortably because guys don't like to talk about, you know what? Guys don't like to talk about sex? Is that what you're implying? Have you ever met a man? Have you ever met a man? Guess Draco's just built different. Yeah, because I yelled in an angry voice. We won't do that again, Draco promised. This time, we're going to get an escort. An escort? Like a prostitute? Or someone to bring them? Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to process something that... I'm, once again, trying to make sense of something that's not supposed to make sense. Anyways, I think I lost my place. Oh, here we go. Are you becoming a prep or what? I shooted angrily. Enemy, I'm not! Please, come with me! He then fell down to his knees and started singing The World is Black by Good Charlotte to me. I was flattened because that's not even a single. He had memorized the lyrics just for me. Okay then, I guess I'll have to. I said, and then we French for a while and then went up to my room. Bloody Mary was standing there. Hajime mashite, girl, she said happily. She speaks Japanese, so do I. That means how do you do in Japanese. Okay, fair enough. But why are you suddenly adding Japanese in here? Are you guys weebs now? Oh my god, Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way discovered anime. BTW Willow is a fucking poser, got expelled. She failed all her classes and she skipped math. And Raven, you fucking suck! Fuck you! Ooh. We're getting some meta lore now. some deep tarot lore. Serves that fucking bitch right. I laughed angrily. Well, anyway, we were feeling a little depressed. We watched some gothic movies like The Nightmare Before Xmas. Maybe Willow will die too, I said. Kawaii. Bloody Mary shook her head and energetically, lethargically. You can't be energetic and lethargic. Fuck you. Oh yeah, and I have a confession. After she got expelled, I murdered her, and then Lupin did it with her because he's a necrophiliac. What? What? What the fuck? Wait. You hate Lupin so much that you made him a necrophile along with being like a creep and a pedo? Well, I mean, necrophile creep goes together, but you know, like what? Jeez Louise, you must really hate Willow. Damn. Kawaii, I commented happily. We talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. Oh, hey, BTW, I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight. Hugs me with MCR, I said. We need to wear like the hottest outfit ever. Bloody Mary nodded energetically. Oh my god, there's so much weird capitalization in this chapter. OMFG, totally, let's go shopping. In Hot Topic, right? I asked, getting out my special Hot Topic loyalty card. You know, ironically enough, I have like an account with Hot Topic, and I like, every time I go shopping there, I have like $10 of rewards available. So, you know, not to flex or anything, but I get it. No, my head snapped up. What? My head spun. I could not believe it. Bloody Mary, are you a prep? No! She laughed. I found some cool Gothic stores near Hogwarts, that's all. Who told you about them? I asked. Sure, it would be Draco or Diabolo or Vampire. Don't even say that name to me. Or me. Dumbledore, she said. Let me just call her Bronze. OMFG, Dumbledore? I asked quietly. Yeah, I saw the map for Hogsmeade on his desk. She told me. Come on, let's go. We were going in a few punk goth stores specially for the concerts in Hogsmeade. The salesperson was OMG hotter than Gerard, except not, because that's impossible, and he gave me a few dresses. We only have these for the real goths. The real goths? Me and Bloody Mary asked. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many posers are in this town, man. Yesterday, Lupin and Snap tried to buy a gothic camera pouch. He shook his head. I didn't even know they had a camera. OMFG, no, they're gonna spy on me again! I cried, running out of the changing room wearing a long black dress with lots of red tulle coming out and that was very low cut with a huge slit. Oh my Satan, you're gonna have to buy that outfit, said the salesperson. Said, yeah, it looks totally hot, said Bloody Mary. Yeah, you know, I think I'm actually going to give it to you for free because you look really hot in that outfit. Hey, are you going to be going to the concert tonight? He asked. You know what's funny? I just desperately wish someone would, like, see me in an outfit, like a store clerk, and be like, oh my god, I'm going to give you this for free because you're so hot. It's so unrealistic, but god, this is wish fulfillment. I love this wish fulfillment. Yeah, I am, actually. I look back at him. Hey, BTW, my name's Ebondi, Darkness, Dementia, Terra Way. What's yours? God, she changed her middle name because she hates Raven that much. Beautiful. Tom Brid, he said, and he ran a hair through his black dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight. Yeah, I don't think so, because I'm going there with my BF Draco, you sick perv. I yelled angrily before he could beg me to go with him. Hagrid flew in on his black broom looking worried. OMFG Enbany! Oh, OMFG Enbany! You need to get back into the castle now! Ooh, cliffhanger. Here we go. Chapter 17. And I said stop flaming and destroy. If you're a prep, then not read it. You can tell whether you're a prep or not by my quiz. It's on my homepage. If you're not, then you rock. If you're then, fuck oof. P.S. Willow isn't really a prep. Raven, please do this. I'll promise to give you back your posture. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes for herbs and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup because if he really wanted, because he was really into fashion and stuff. He's bisexual. Ooh, the fetishization of gay people. Oh, I do not like it. Hagrid kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. What the fuck, Hagrid? I shouted angrily. Fuck off, you fucking bastard. Well, anyway, Willow came. She came? I thought she was dead. Hagrid went away angrily. Hey, bitch, you look kawaii, she said. Yeah, but not as kawaii as you, I answered sadly because Willow's pretty amazing at everything. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with blood red lace on it and a blank blood red midi skirt. Or black blood red midi skirt. Leather fishnets are impossible, you dumb bitch! And black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big bobs and everything. She was thin enough to be anorexic. If you are so skinny that you are anorexic, you do not have big titties because all the fat is gone. Also, please don't. I didn't. This is a troll fix, so I'm not taking it very seriously. This is clearly making fun of all of these sorts of things, but at the same time, like, if you are anorexic, please get help. I want you to get better. Don't fetishize people being anorexic. So, are you going to the concert with Draco? She asked. Yeah, I said happily. I'm going with Diabolo, she answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diabolo came. They were looking extremely hot and sexy, and you could tell that they thought they were ought to. They were it too, I guess. Diabolo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. He was wearing tons of makeup just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic black GC shirt, and black bands that he got from the Warp Tower. Okay. Bloody Mary was going to the concert with Dracola. Dracola used to be called Navel, but it turned out he was kidnapped at birth and his real family were vampire. They died in a car crash. Navel was converted to Satanism and he went goth. He's in Slytherin now. He was wearing a black warped t-shirt, black jeans, and shoes, and black hair with red streaks in it. We call him Dracula now. Anyways, we all went to Draco's Black Mercy Benz, get it because we're gothic, and that his dad Lucian gave him. We did pot, coke, and crack. Draco and I made out. We made fun of those stupid fucking preps. And when we soon got there, I gasped. You know, I was thinking about this for a second. You're doing all these fucking drugs. This concert is gonna be, like, insanely overstimulating. Alright. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier than he did in the pics. He had long raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny and he had an amazing ethnic voice. Ethnic? I'm trying to think of like what that possibly could... No, I'm not going to bother. We moshed to Helena and some otter songs. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask, so did the other mems. It wasn't Gerard at all. It was an ugly, preppy man with no nose and red eyes. Everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came because they were getting off to the fact that they, like, were taking off their masks. It was Vladimir and the Death Eater. The Death Dealers. You moronic idiots, he shouted angrily. Enemy, I told you to kill Vampire. Thou have failed, and now I shall kill thou and Draco. Oh, alright. Back to me trying to reread this in proper archaic English. Enemy, I have told thee to kill Vampire. Thou hast failed, and now I shall kill thee and Draco. No, please! We begged sadly, but he took out his knife. Suddenly, a gothic old man flew in on his broomstick. He had long black hair and a long black beard. He wore a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the back. He shouted at Vladimir and ran away. It was Dumbledore. Oh, everyone is goth now. Even Dumbledore is fucking goth. That is fabulous. And I said stop flaming! If you do, then you're a fucking prep. Thanks to Raven for the help and stuff. You rock. You're not a prep. Thanks for my sweater. Please, the other reason Dumbledore swore is because he's trying to be gothic. So dare. Alright, goth Dumbledore. Goth Dumbledore now. Let's do a quick count. We got Enemy, obviously. We've got Willow. We've got Draco. We've got Vampire, Harry. We've got Bloody Mary or Hermione. Now we have Hagrid. We have, I don't know if Cedric Diggory's been mentioned, like, as a goth, so I'll leave him out of this. And then we got Dumbledore now, so that's, like, 8 goths, I think? Actually, I think it's 7. I don't know. I fucking almost failed math. Anyways, I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, blood bed lipstick, and a black, really low-cut leather dress that was all ripped in the sides so you could see my belly. I was wearing a skull belly ring with black and red diamonds inside of it. The night before, Draco and I went back to the skull. Get it? Because I'm gothic and I like death. Dumbledore chased Vladimir away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black and the broom stuff was blood red. There was lace all over it. Draco had a black MCR broom. We went back to our rooms and we had you know what to a Linkin Park song. Just imagine having sex to I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Like, God. Well, anyways, I went down the Great Hall. Great spelled like cheese grater. There were all the walls painted black and the tables were black too, but you could see there was pink paint underneath the black paint, and there were pastors and there were pastors of poser bands everywhere, like Ashley Simpson and the Backstreet Boys. You leave the Backstreet Boys the fuck alone. They're hilarious. I enjoy them ironically. What the fuck? I shouted, going to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. Bloody Mary's wearing a black leather mini with a good Shriloot t-shirt, black fishnets, and black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress with blood red writing that was lacy and came up to your thighs, and black boots and fishnets. Vampire Dracula and Draco came all at the same time. They bukkakied Ebony, and she was covered in cum, and it made her even more pale. Sorry, that didn't actually happen. We started talking about who is sexier, Mikey or Gerard Way or Billy Armstrong. The boys joined in because they were bi. Those guys are so fucking hot, Navel said, and suddenly a gothic old man with a black beard and everything came. He was the same one who had chased Vladimir away yesterday. He had normal tan skin, he was wearing white foundation, he had dyed his hair black. Hair spelled like rabbit. Dumbledore? Question mark 1! Exclamation point! We all gasped. What the fuck? I shouted angrily. I thought that he was just wearing that to scale Voldemort. Hello everyone, he said happily. As you can see, I came through my makeup. What do you think about it? Everyone from the poser table in Gryffindor started to cheer. Well, we goths just looked at each other disgusted and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was. BTW, you can call me Albert. he called as we left to our classes. What a fucking poser, Draco shouted angrily as we went to transformation. We were holding hands. The vampire looked really jealous. I could see him crying blood in a gothic way. Get it? Way like Gerard. But I didn't say anything. I bet he's having a midlife crisis, Willow shouted. Midlife crisis at 17? Let me do the math. Wait. So you're only gonna live to like 34? Yeah, I mean, I'm not planning to be on this earth for much longer. That's a joke. I'm not actually suicidal. Please don't report me. I'm okay. I was so fucking angry. Okay, so chapter 19. I'm not okay, I promise. And please stop blaming the story. If you do, you're a fucking prep and you're jealous, okay? A11. From knock, I'm going on to delt you mean reviews. Your reviews 111 BTW envy and a poor blood soldier 1. Thanks to Raven for help 11. I think she's saying that Ebony is a pure blood, if I'm translating that correctly. All day we sat angrily thinking about Dumbledore. We were so fucking pissed off. Well, I had one thing to look forward to. The MCR concert. It had been postponed, so we could all go. Anyways, I went to the common room to sadly to cut classes. Draco was being all secretive. I bet you fucking that Voldemort is gonna be disguised as Gerard Way again. This is gonna be the third time it happens. I asked what he wanted. He got all mad and started crying, all hot and angsty. Aren't sensitive bi guys so hot? You have a fetish, and it's obvious. But this fic probably was written ironically, so it's probably a commentary on that, so. No one fucking understands me! He shouted it angrily as his black hair went in his big blue eyes like Billy Joel in Boulevard of Broken Dreams. He was wearing black baggy pants, a black MCR t-shirt, and a black tie. Get it? Instead of tie, because I'm gothic. I was wearing a black leather low cut, a top with chains all over it, and a black leather mini, black high-held boots, and a cross belly thing. I thought you hated crosses. My hair was all up in a messy, really high bun like Amy Lee in Gong Under. Email if you want to see the pic. I love Going Under. That was like one of my favorite Evanescence songs. Also, I hate that like every character has black hair. Just some diversity, please. Just some hair color fucking diversity. Draco should be blonde. That's like his thing. Accuse me? What about me? I growled. But, he grunted. You fucking bastard! I moaned. I'm sorry. You fucking bastard! I moaned. No, wait, it's not what it fucking looks like. But it was too late. I knew what I heard. I ran to the bathroom angrily. Cring. The story is very cring. Draco banged on the door. I whipped and wept as my bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks and made cool tears down my face like Benji in the video for girls and boys. Raven, that is so our video. I took out a cigarette and started to smoke pot. If it's a cigarette, you're not smoking weed. You're smoking weed if you're smoking a blunt. You're smoking tobacco right now, you dumb bitch. Suddenly, Hagrid came. He had appeared. You gave me a fucking shock, I said, angrily dropping my pot. What do you think you're doing in the girls' room? Only it wasn't just Hagrid. Something else was with them, too. For a second, I wanted it to be Tom Ridd or maybe Draco, but it was Dumbledore. Hey, I need to ask you a question, he said, pulling out his wannabe gothic purse. What are you wearing to the concert? You know who MCR is? I guess. No, I just saw there was a lot of concert with a lot of goths and punks we're going to, he said. Anyway, Draco, a surprise for you. Oh lord, let's see. After this chapter, I think we're gonna end the episode because I can only deal with so much of this before I start to get permanent brain damage. And I said naughty what you think. I think she's saying I do not care what you think. Stop flaming. Okay, preps 1. Thanks to Raven for the help 1. Oh yeah, BTW. I'll be on vacation in Transylvania for the next 3 days, so not expect updates. Yeah, this is a troll fic. All day, I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I put on a pot on a black leather mini, a black corset with purple lace stuff on it, and black combat boots. MCR were going to do the concert again since Volksamort had taken over the last time. I slit my wrist while I moshed at MCR in my bedroom all night, feeling excited. Suddenly, someone knocked on my door when I was trying on some black clothes and moshing to Fang You for the Venom. I get all mad and turned it off, but sacredly I hopped inside that it was Draco so we could do it again. What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin. Are you gonna come rape me or what? Cum spelled C-U-M. I really hope that was intentional. I yelled. I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore had told us to be careful around him and Snap too since he was a pedo. No, actually, get it, hell. Can I please borrow some condoms? He growled angrily. Yeah, so you can fuck your 6-year-old girlfriend, huh? I shouted sarcastically. Fucker, he said, gong away. Well, anyway, I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick and white foundation. Then I gasped. Snape and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall doing it, and Dobby was watching. I thought they were pedophiles. Are they gay too? Oh lord, this is a lot. Okay, I lost my place. Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot. They both shouted angrily when they saw me. Dobby ran away crying. They got up though. Normally I would have been turned on because I love seeing guys doing it, but both of them were fucking preps. BTW Snake has moved to Gryffindor now. What the fuck, is that what you wanted, condoms? I said sadistically. See, I spelled that. Only you wouldn't give them to me, Lumpkin shouted angrily. Well, you should have told me, I replied. You dimwit, Snake began to shoot angrily. You dimwit, Snape began to shoot angrily. And then I took out my black camera and took a pic of them. You could see that they were naked and everything. Well, excuse me, they both shouted angrily. What is that all about? It was to blackmail you, I snarked. So now next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out or I'll show this to Dumbledore. So fuck off, you bastards. I started to run. They chased me, but I threw my wound at them and they tripped over it. Anyways, I went outside and there was Vampire looking extremely fucking hot. What the fuck? Where's Draco? I asked him. Oh, he's being a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come. Come spelled the way that, you know, C-U-M. So he wouldn't come. So he's participating in No Nut November? Well, it's January, so that's kind of stupid. Vampire said, shaking his head. You want to come with me to the concert? Oh, they're gonna come together. She's gonna cheat on Draco. Draco is now doing no fap, so, you know. Also, no sex, ever. Then he showed me his flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. He said his dogfather, Sirius Black. Okay, the dogfather pun was actually funny. Sirius Black had actually given it to him. The license plate, it's on the front, said MCR 666. On the back, it said Enemy on it. I gasped. We flew to the concert hall. MCR were there playing. Vampire and I began to make out, moshing to the music. I gasped, looking at the band. I almost had an orgasm. Gerard was so fucking hot. We began to sing Helena's sexy, beautiful voice. We began to fill the hall. And then I heard some crying. I turned over to see Draco crying in the corner. Yet another cliffhanger. I don't feel like reading any more of this at the moment, but yeah, that concludes episode 2 of my Immortal reading. It's become extremely apparent to me now that I reached the end of the second part of this was a troll fic, and I was stupid as hell for thinking this wasn't a troll fic. But the fact that it's a troll fic makes it infinitely better to me. I think it's funnier now, and, I'm a good fan of irony, so I'm a big fan of irony, I mean. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. If you like the video, you should like it, you should definitely comment, and you should most definitely subscribe. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you lots.